Oh, you pig.
Do you enjoy hurting others, seeing them in pain?
Hey there everyone, this is Grave Cinema here, bringing you another reaction review video. Woohoo! Yay!
Yeah.
Fun time. So finally doing this yet again since we had a break between someone getting COVID and a break now for vacation. So
Yes, we finally got this boy to Salem.
yeah, and I had a great time. So we're finally back, and since it's been a while, and I want to get some stuff done quickly, we'll be doing what I believe is a public domain movie. So I won't have to edit shit. So you get to see the whole movie with us for the first time. It's the first. Well, I saw this once recently on like the movies channel, and I was like, damn, that's actually really good. And I looked it up. I'm like, wait, is this public domain? Oh, maybe I can do this video because I really enjoyed it, and I think you're gonna enjoy this one too. So the movie that we are... What the fuck should I put this thing? Ah, there. The movie that we will be doing will be...
The Sadist.
The Sadist. This is a 60s movie. It is 1963. And,
What makes it public domain?
they didn't renew the copyright, I don't think. This was made at a time when you still had to renew the copyright or something like that.
Oh.
But if you go on YouTube, you can find this for free, the whole goddamn thing, if you want to watch it. And just, not watch it with us, but hey, do you.
On your own.
I managed to score this DVD copy with a restored edition of this movie, so we should have a pretty decent quality here. And one thing I do love about it when I watched it, I'll let you know now, is that it all takes place in real time, essentially. So the 90 minutes of the movie is 90 real minutes in actuality, and it's got some good suspense in this, I think, which I know you love.
Great suspense! Yay!
Yeah, but since I watched this, I'm like, you know what? This is a movie I feel needs more love and recognition, and that's what I'm gonna do is right now, not just because I don't have to edit it. So we are gonna get to watching this, and you're going to see the whole thing with us. Very fun. And then afterwards, we're going to do a review of it, as we normally do with all the other videos. So
welcome to standard operating procedures, viewers.
Yep. So we're going to have a lot of fun here. All right. So are you ready for The Sadist?
Well, if we wait any longer, I'm going to fall asleep. So yeah,
Good.
do the thing.
Don't do that, because there's no editing, so they'll be able to see your... Unlike other videos where I have to try to edit it out, but yet still I can't edit everything out. So
It's fine.
sometimes
I'm
they
awake.
catch them.
And I'm going to be fine.
You're gonna be fine. She's gonna be fine, everyone. We hope. All right. Good?
Yeah, do the thing.
Here we go. All right. The Sadist. Play.
I have been hurt by others, and I will hurt them. I will make them suffer like I have suffered.
The words of a sadist, one of the most disruptive elements in human society. To have complete mastery over another, to make him a helpless object, to humiliate him, to enslave, to inflict moral insanity on the innocent. That is his objective, his twisted pleasure.
This was her only movie as well, Helen. As Doris. She's like gonna be like our girl, that character.
car doesn't sound too good.
No.
Car's supposed to go boom boom.
Strange looking place.
But I thought, fuel pump.
How long do you think it'll take you to fix?
It has to be replaced. Take about a half an hour if they have the part. You should have one with all these wrecks around here.
Car trouble.
Yeah.
Back highway's good for time, but have car trouble and you got problems.
If that had to happen, I'm glad it happened where it did. And when it did. I didn't much relish the idea of being stuck in those mountains.
They were lucky. Another few miles, we'd have been in desert.
Is it what you thought, Mr. Stiles?
I'm afraid so.
Can we still make the game?
We've got 40 miles to go. 12:01. Game doesn't start till 1:30. We can still make it if they have the part.
And if they don't?
It's plain stuck. If it wasn't Sunday, they could order one from Lancaster. People that
Lancaster.
run this place.
Please don't be in Pennsylvania.
She's got a thing about the pronunciation of that.
It's my hometown!
That's why she has a thing about it. It's okay. I live near Newark, Delaware, so people say Newark like Jersey.
Hello?
I get a twitch too. So
Right, so...
yeah. Nobody dare.
Just don't eat their
You
barbecue.
see when the player swats the ball.
Not swats
Don't
the
skimp
ball,
on the meat.
Doris. Bats.
It's a
The
secret.
player bats the ball.
When a player
Humans.
bats the ball and it goes over the fence.
That's a home run.
Yes, I know, but if no one can make him out, why does he have to run around the bases?
Because he has to. That's the rules. He must touch every base. Would you like a Coke?
Oh, thank you.
Trying to explain baseball to her sounds like summertime.
Somebody could run off with the whole place, and the owner would never know it.
Okay.
Sure, thanks.
From the looks of things, nothing around here worth taking.
It's a wonder they get any business at all. Everything is so dirty and greasy.
All work isn't white collar work this page. When I was in the Army, I had my fill of this, repairing tanks. This prim and proper should have known me then.
Doris Page is a sweet girl, Ed. And a good math teacher. A little on the prudish side, perhaps.
Boy, my phys ed class calls them his ice buckets.
Mr. Oliver, I think that is a silly rule. There is no reason why a man should have to run around the bases when they can't get him out.
Isn't
I
that a
agree.
rule for you? Never seen a baseball game, and already she's changing the rules.
You should go to a ball game with my wife.
But I still think that's a silly rule.
If we're ever going to see any baseball today, where's the guy that runs this place?
I'm sure he's just somewhere.
Waiting. For the pig stunner.
Hey, what about some service? Hello!
Bet you those aren't wrecks. I bet you those are people's cars.
They must
that
be
he just
around here
took
someplace.
When he killed them.
Doesn't seem likely they'd go away and leave everything wide open.
Perhaps they're round and back someplace.
That's the thing.
Hey,
you don't know.
anybody
You
here?
have to learn with the characters what's going on.
Hello? Hello? If the pump hasn't already been stripped off that Chevy, we might be in business.
Phone line's been cut.
We got ourselves a fuel pump that's any good.
Will that work on our car?
Take a few adjustments, but you get us to L.A. I'll borrow a few wrenches and we'll soon be out of here.
Mr. Stiles has many talents.
A fine young man. Be a lucky woman that hooks it.
Why, Mr. Oliver, I do believe you're playing Cupid again.
You're only young once, Miss Page.
So hop on that dick.
Why, Mr. Oliver, you sound like an old man.
Well, 52 yesterday.
I'd say you'd had a fine and full life. A nice home,
Full life at 52.
a lovely wife, 2 handsome children.
Carl Jr. graduates from West Point in 2 weeks. Wife and I are going back for the graduation.
This guy really takes care of his tools.
I don't know where these people are.
I'll look around and see if I can find it somewhere.
I don't want to shock you, Miss Page, but I'd rather not get my shirt dirty.
Oh, really, Mr.
You're gonna see my
I'm
bare
not that
arms.
stuffy.
I don't know.
Rather
Taught
not get
the
my
same
shirt
school
dirty,
for
so let
over
me
a
stick
year
it
and
inside
still
this
Miss
dirty
Page or Mr.
car that's
Stiles.
just been sitting here.
I do think Ed and Doris would sound a lot better.
From now on,
He just wants to
Kathy,
show off his arms.
Ed and Doris.
Just a snake skin they shed this time of year.
I can't stand snakes.
Most people can't. Part of the country's loaded with them.
Snakes be about.
I hear they get to be as much as 9 feet long.
Black snakes? Absolutely, and they're great. They'll fight off the poisonous ones.
You mean the venomous ones?
Yes, I do.
Well, I was certainly wrong, wasn't I?
Hello? Hello?
Don't go in the house.
Anybody here?
Go in the house. Go in the house. Wait, you afraid Leatherface is gonna pop out at him?
No, it's just rude. Nobody's home. You don't go
Hello?
into somebody's house. Am I the only one that was taught that as a kid?
But if he doesn't go in that house, we can't have the movie.
If he goes in the house, he's gonna
Hello?
get hit over the head, and then he's gonna be tortured to death.
Maybe. This is still 1963. We're about
know.
10 years away from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Is it warm?
Doris? Ed? Hello? Hello?
Kitty.
Cute kitty.
You never know he's the same history teacher from old Lancaster High. He really cuts loose. Today he'll really be in his glory with his red flame.
I know. Edna told me last night that he hadn't seen them play since they left Cincinnati. She said ever since he got the tickets,
There's something going on here that just isn't right. Settings for 4 at the kitchen table, 2 plates eaten from and 2 plates untouched. Pie still warm.
Except for a cat, there's not a sign of life. The sooner we get out of here, the better off I'll feel.
Somebody got a gun.
Just keep working, mister. Because you're going to fix your car just like you intended.
Young man, you have no right to take our car.
Shut up.
What if I don't fix it?
You'll fix it all right, mister. You better not take too long, either.
Supposing I get it fixed, what happens then?
Me and my girl go away. Won't bother you.
How do we know you'll keep your word?
Looks like you're just going to have to take it. Ain't you, mister?
Looks like this is our Sadist.
Looks like she's jealous.
You. Give me your wallet.
There's not much, but you're welcome to it. Well, we're only school teachers, young man.
You hear that, Judy? We're only school teachers.
Yeah, they don't get paid a lot.
They really don't.
We don't like school teachers. Do we, Judy? Teachers think they're so much smarter than everybody else.
Oh, don't take his tickets.
Oh, they take their car, they ain't making the game.
Oh no.
You have our money. Isn't that enough? What else do you want?
Just keep working, mister.
Man, you better be lucky
Teachers
this kid
used to
from
call
West Point
Judy
ain't there.
Doe.
You'd be fucked. Pictures can be replaced.
Make fun of her. Send her home from school crying.
I think I also read in the trivia on this that the cinematographer for this movie went on to do the cinematography for
Side
Close
boy.
Encounters of the Third Kind for
I wonder
Spielberg.
how tough you'd be without that gun.
Ooh, you're
So there's
one of
some
them
good
new
shots in
big
this
talkers,
movie.
ain't you, mister?
I like that one with the cracked
Alright,
glass we
big
just saw.
talker.
It's pretty good.
Hand over your wallet. Come on. Pick it up.
You pick it up.
You a real big man in front of your lady friend. But I'm gonna show her just how big you really are.
Put down that gun and I'll show you how big you are.
I'm giving you 3 seconds, mister, to do what I say. I'm saying you pick up that wallet. 1, 2.
Please do as he says.
You put it on the fender. Or do you want the gun, huh? You want the gun? On the fender.
That close, he does have a halfway decent shot of doing a quick swipe.
I mean,
Big man.
he puts his hand on the gun. He can
I
jam
guess you
it.
got showed how big you really was. Start working.
Yeah, you have a gun. Don't ever get that close to somebody. You don't need to.
Yeah, really, it's a ranged weapon.
May I get some water? This poor man is being blinded by his own blood. Don't you even have the decency to let me care for this man? What kind of a person are you? Do you enjoy hurting others, seeing them in pain?
Yeah, he does.
How can you be so inhuman?
How is he?
It's all right. I know I must hurt. The gash in his cheek isn't too bad, but the cut over his eye, it won't stop bleeding. I'm afraid he might bleed to death.
No, Doris.
Oh, he won't bleed to death
Can't be
from
that.
that.
Where do you think you're going?
This man needs help and he's going to get it if you want this car fixed. He's going to be all right, Doris. You're lucky, Carl. A little more to the right, you wouldn't be here. If we can get you some water in the shade, we can stop the bleeding. What about letting this man get in the shade?
How can you be so cruel?
You get back in that car, he won't be needing nothing.
Oh, by all means, enjoy your lovemaking. But the least you can do is allow a suffering man a little water. Carrying on like that when you're no more than an animal. You get your dirty hands off me.
You leave her alone if you want the car fixed.
And you won't fix it unless you let us get some water.
There's a pump by the house.
You get working in that car, mister. And you. Go ahead.
Shoot if they move, Judy. If I hear a shot, your girlfriend is dead. Don't get no ideas. Judy don't know how to use a gun.
Just point and you squeeze the trigger.
It's more than that. You gotta be able to hold it steady and there's kickback. Especially with one like that, looks like it's a 45.
The first shot. At least that'll be straight enough. Of course, that's what this is. It's the game of... Are they competent killers? Are they brave victims? Or supposedly victims? Like, they have to measure each other up. Life or death situations, you always
I wonder why he changed
are a bit
his
more
mind.
cautious.
Ed, I don't like this.
I know something else you won't like, Carl. Remember reading last week about those brutal killings in Arizona?
How many times are you gonna cock that gun?
That wasn't a cock.
What was it?
I cycled a bullet into the chamber, but it's not cocking the gun. That's the slide. It's not the same thing. The thing on the back was a cock, but it shouldn't have only been necessary. It's an automatic. Why wouldn't you finish your pie?
Maybe they got full. Two plates were eaten, remember?
Right, but 2 plates weren't used.
Let me by. Why are you putting us through this torture? You have our money and you're taking our car. Isn't that enough?
You keep your dirty hands off me. You think you're so much better than me. You kind of all think that way. You call me inhuman.
You are.
All right, I apologize. I shouldn't have said that. Now, will you let me go?
You call me an animal.
I'm sorry I said those things. Now, can I go?
You're sorry, but you still think it. You think I'm dirt. You think Judy's dirt. You'll always think it till you don't think no more. Your gun means nothing. You hear? Nothing. Why don't you scream? Maybe the big talker will come and help you. Maybe Miss Goody Good still thinks she's so much better than me. How does it feel to be touched by dirt? Huh? Goody Good don't like it. Taste it! Taste it! Eat the dirt! Taste it! Miss Goody don't think she's so much now, does she? I'm being touched by dirt.
Oh, you pig.
Yeah, you an asshole.
She's in heels, man.
What did he do to you, John?
It's hard, Mr. Oliver. It's hard.
Get back to work.
You want that car fixed? You can do it yourself.
Starting to be the big man again, huh?
You're the big man, Tibbs. That's the name, isn't it? Charlie Tibbs? The big man who killed 7 people, made them get on their knees and shot them in the head? Paper calls you a thrill killer. It must be a real thrill to wipe out a family of 5. How many thrills have you had since you left Arizona? What about the people here? Did you kill them too?
How long do you think you can keep getting away with this, son? The law's bound to catch up with you sooner or later.
And the law has ways of handling murderers.
Please don't antagonize him anymore.
What's going to happen to you?
And if it opens their mouth again, I'll blow their brains out! Listen, big man, you get back to fixing that car, you're gonna be a big dead man fast. All of a sudden, everybody's becoming the big talk. Getting kind of brave. Nobody wants to talk no more, Judy.
She's gonna get her goodie bag. Just shooting things up now, are we?
Just little target practice.
Knee-high.
Never heard of it.
Never watched MASH.
No, I didn't.
It's not a good soda, but it was a big deal in that time period. MASH, Radar O'Reilly always loved grape knee-high.
I'm gonna shake the bottle up there, ladies and gentlemen.
Mr. Oliver, they're going to do something terrible. I just know it.
You. Get up. Over there.
What are you gonna do?
Shut up. Move! That's far enough. Down on your knees. On your knees. Seeing as how you like to talk, go ahead and talk.
Talk all you want. As soon as I finish this, you're gonna be through talking.
School be out for you, teacher. Better start talking, mister. Your time's running out.
You can't shoot me like this for no reason. For nothing. Surely blowing my head off can't give you a thrill.
You know, why isn't looking why you all,
Is it
if
money
you all
you
rush
need?
him.
I have
Yeah.
close to $2,300 in the bank. Tomorrow you can call my wife. She'll give it to you, all of it. You and your girlfriend can have a lot of fun on $2,300.
He sure is talking a lot different than he did a while ago. Ain't he, Judy?
You have a father, don't you? Would you want someone doing this to him? Think of your own father in my place. Or yours.
Save your breath on her, mister. I'm the only thing in the world she has. Her old man's dead, and her old lady's a drunk.
Young lady, can't you realize this is wrong? You love him, don't you? You know what it is to be around someone you love and who loves you? I have loved ones, too. A daughter a little older than you, a son about his age. Please, I beg of you, talk to your boyfriend. Tell him this is wrong. Tell him, please. My God, child, haven't you any feelings at all?
I don't think so.
I think she's never laughed so hard she's been numb to the pain.
Don't you understand?
Look at him squirm, Judy. They all alike, ain't they?
These are some good deep focus shots.
Yellow when they go.
Like not even a split diopter. It looks like it's like straight up deep focus.
You just can't wipe out a man's life like this. Not like this.
You just can't stand here and watch.
Ed, you can't let him do this. Maybe
Shit, if I was on
he'll
my
listen
knees
to
there,
you.
I would just
Talk to
lunge at him at that point.
Ed,
Nothing left to
talk
lose.
to him.
Anthony, won't do something. Somebody do something. Tell him you won't fix the car. Don't do it.
If you want the car fixed,
Maybe the big man wants to take your place. If he says one more word, he will. What about it, big man? You feel like talking? Maybe Miss Goodgood wants to take his place. I guess nobody wants to take your place, mister. School's out, teacher.
There he is.
No,
Cocking it
no,
again.
please. Ed! Miss Page!
You monster! You monster!
Doris!
I actually shot him.
Shut up!
Stand yourself!
Doris, take control of yourself!
It was a father.
Doris!
That's me!
Doris, you're gonna get us.
I think he's a
I
bad
don't
guy.
care. Why don't you go ahead and shoot? Go on, shoot. Go on, shoot, shoot. I don't care.
Ooh, said his trigger word.
What was the word?
In another
Monster.
couple of minutes, I'll have the pump out.
Ah.
Shut up!
It won't take very long to put it in the other car.
I said shut up!
You're going to need that car now, and I'm the only one that can fix it.
I ain't waiting too long. Judy, go get me a soda. And that pie, too.
Still the early 60s, so no pool of blood on the ground.
Poor Edna. How will anybody be able to tell? His son's graduation.
Doris, believe me, I feel as badly as you. He's dead. Nothing can bring him back. We're alive. We've got to think of ourselves now. Do you think I wanted to stand there and watch him die? What could I do? What could anyone have done?
Well, rush him.
You can't reason with that kid. He wants blood, Doris, and nobody's going to talk him out of it.
Take his gun from him, hit him with it, shoot him with it.
He's a psycho, Doris. Well, should I have taken his place? Would that have made you feel better?
You
What would
could
you
have
be
done
saying to
something.
Carl if it was me lying over there? The pump's out.
All right, put it near the car.
I'm sorry.
Forget it.
It's so ashamed acting the way I did. There was nothing we could do. Why don't we just run? Highway is only a few yards from here.
He cut us down before we got 5 feet.
I'll die running before I get on my knees like... I can still see him drinking. try and stop.
Here, Doris, maybe a car will pull him.
Supposing a car does pull in, they won't know. You kill them and us too. The police. Maybe the police will pass by. They do patrol this highway. They will. They will.
Sure.
We must find a way to make them stop it.
Doris, miracles do happen, but you can't count on them.
I'm sorry.
Now listen, I'm going to try to find out how many more shots he has left, or if he has reloaded or not.
But how will we find out?
4 shots we know of. That leaves 4. He probably shot the people here too. There must have been 2. Remember what Carl told us about the settings in the kitchen?
Yes. 2 plates eaten from, and 2 plates.
Counting the bullets.
Tibbs must have surprised them while they were eating. They were too frightened to eat while those 2 were stuffing themselves. If he shot them, that leaves 2 shots. Well, he certainly didn't walk here from Arizona. Maybe he shot someone else. And if he hasn't reloaded,
Go ahead and talk, mister. You talk all you want. You thinking somebody's gonna save you.
why should I fix a car if you're going to kill us anyhow?
You fix it. 'Cause that lets you live a little longer. Like back there. I knew you was stalling. If you don't want to fix a car, you die right now.
You want this car, Tibbs? Who are you fooling? Well, you can kill us, but you'll be stranded.
That's a road, ain't it? Well, there's a road, there's cars. Somebody will pick us up. They always have.
Is that how you got here from Arizona?
The sailor picked us up.
How far did he take you?
Thought he was a real lover, huh, Judy?
Suppose you shot him too.
Nah, I just cut his throat.
Why haven't you still got his car?
Run out of gas last night. You sure asking a lot of questions, mister. You go ahead and ask all you want.
How did you get here?
A farmer picked us up. His old crate broke down up the road a piece. Too bad. I was beginning to like that old codger.
Shoot him too?
He sure prayed when he went, Judy. Remember? He reached for the sky and talked to the Lordy Lord.
Then you shot him.
Yeah. Right between the eyes.
What about the 2 people you shot here? Did they pray too?
You must think I'm dumb, mister. Don't know nothing. You're counting bullets. Count all you want. I can count too. You know I only fired 7 shots. Only got 1 bullet left. Unless I reloaded. How many bullets do I have left? Come on, come on. You the big man. Come on. The 1 bullet's gone. Come on, maybe the gun's empty. Come on, mister, I'm giving you a chance. Come on,
You wouldn't take that chance. You gotta have all control.
Come on, mister. Come get the gun. What's the matter? You afraid?
Since I saw that clip leave the gun, should have rushed him as fast as you could.
You should have taken it. You ain't gonna get no more. See how yellow they are, Judy? It's afraid of an empty gun. talk.
What you whispering, huh? Why is he shaking the soda?
Mm.
They're getting ready to do something.
You.
Police. They're coming, Mr. Stiles. I told you they would. They will stop. They will. They will. They're coming after you. They're coming after you. You hear me? You're not going to kill anymore.
Getting back. Get back or I'll kill you right now.
They hear a gunshot, they'll definitely come.
Yeah?
Move! Over there. Lie down. Lie down!
Stop.
Get up. Hurry up. It must be the police. You get in the trunk. Get in there and blow your brains out! One noise when your lady friend dies. Keep her out of sight. She makes one noise. You slit her throat.
There's the highway patrol.
Hi. Hello, son.
Sure a scorcher.
Sure is.
Don't recall having seen you around here before, son.
Friend of the family.
Just talked to Milt's son in town about an hour ago. Funny, being the talker he is, didn't mention anything about visitors.
He just left before I got in.
Lancaster, huh?
Yeah. Been working in the car. Fuel pump trouble.
Mine went out only last week. You know, Jim, it cost over $30 to get it fixed. Boy, what a crook that guy was. Look, somebody lost a 45 clip.
Nothing unusual.
can get more parts out of a car than the factory put in it.
Yeah, you sure can.
Now you shot police officers.
He's already killed before. I don't think he cares.
Get out.
There's 2 more weapons he could grab now, potentially, though.
That is true. They each had a gun.
I told you to keep quiet. Sure know what I told you. Get moving.
At least there'd be a way for you to get out. Their bikes work.
That is true.
I told you nobody could help you.
You're gonna have every officer in California looking for you.
They don't scare me. Nobody scares me. I'm gonna give you a choice, big man. You die now, or you fix that car. I'll give you 15 minutes to fix it.
Why should I fix it? You'll only kill us when I get done.
I'm giving you 15 more minutes of life, mister. If you don't want it, I'll blow your head off right now. There is 2. It's 1 o'clock. You got until 1:15. You start working.
Great. And he grabbed both the other guns.
Uh-huh.
Who'd ever believe something like this?
She's just taking all the blame.
How could he shoot 2 officers? There were 2 of them. 2 of them.
Judy, give me that gun.
$15 minutes. What are we going to do?
All units. Be on the alert for 2 Arizona murder suspects believed to be in California. Possibly driving a green 1958 Ford sedan, license number Mary Nora 46983. Suspect hitched a ride with the driver of this car, a sailor, en route to San Diego. The sailor was found murdered 2 miles east of Needles, approximately 10:30 this date. Tibbs, Charles A., male,
that radio call had come 2 minutes earlier.
Got to do something.
Looks like we'll have to run for it. Move closer. Get in front of me. I got an idea. It may not work, but at least it's a chance. It's obvious he doesn't know much about cars. Now look, when I get the pump in, I'll ask you to get in the car and start it. Leave it in neutral. I'll race the motor from here. When I give you the first signal, I'll scratch my shoulder. When I do, you shift into drive and push down on the brake. Got that?
Yes.
When I give you the second signal, I'll wink. And hold on tight because I'll be pulling the gas pedal to the floorboard. I'm going to try to lure him in front of the car.
That's a plan.
It's just a chance. We might not hit him, but if we can at least startle him, it may give me the few seconds I need. Let's just pray this doesn't kick out on us.
I mean, you gotta try something.
What if it does?
Run for it.
What if he won't let me get in the car?
It's a chance we'll just have to take.
Kitty.
Don't hurt the kitty. Oh, sweet kitty.
Mm-hmm.
You got 11 minutes.
Doris? Damn it.
I'm gonna blow the car up.
I can't fix the car with you starting it.
Fucking dipshit. Ooh, kitty, kitty. Kitty wants to be let go.
Oh, she's showing her leg.
Mm-hmm.
This is Dick Woods bringing you music from Dodger Stadium as we do every Sunday preceding the ball game. Talking about baseball, those red-hot Cincinnati Reds are in town, riding a 9-game winning streak. It's going to be Bob Perky going for the Reds and Sandy Koufax for the Dodgers. It should be quite a pitcher's battle. There's still plenty of good seats to be had, so if you're not doing anything, come out to Dodger Stadium and see exciting National League baseball.
Game is supposed to be
It's a
at.
beautiful day for a ball game. Time is 1:10, still time to come on down. And now, stay tuned for Dodger warm-up.
My poor friend, he was so excited to see that game.
If we could just get them away from the car long enough to...
Music. All those people. Laughing and yelling. So happy. Oh, Ed, I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
You're not going to die, Doris.
Slam the hood.
For that point, yeah.
Doris, get in the car and start it so I can see if the pump holds pressure. Doris,
Sidestep
get
to
in the
left
car
and
and start it.
Just a minute.
You want the car to run, I want to live those extra few minutes.
Now I have to check the pump for pressure.
All right. But it better run good.
Start it up.
You ain't got much more time. 2 minutes. How does it feel when you're about to die?
Try it now.
I think you're Yellow Belly. Yeah. One of them squirmers. get up. I said get out! Move. You must think I'm stupid. You're trying something.
You did something.
I did nothing.
You was running pretty good a few seconds ago. You must have did something.
Look, this pup has been in a wrecked car for who knows how long. Now, sometimes they get clogged and don't hold the pressure. I should take it out and clean it.
You ain't got time for that.
It's not holding pressure. It needs to be cleaned.
You're looking for time, ain't you?
It won't take very long.
You ain't taking nothing out.
You think you're fooling me, don't you? Think I don't know nothing but cars, don't you? That thing right there, that's a carburetor. The car can't run unless there's gas in it. All you gotta do is prime it. Now, I seen that done, so you prime it. Well, go on, there's a gas pump over there.
No smoking, please. Squirt.
That gives him an idea. You have a ranged weapon now, too. Squirting with gasoline.
Not a bad idea.
Especially get in his face.
Doris, get in the car and start it when I tell you to.
Nobody gets in that car but me.
If I'm going to prime it, somebody has to pump the gas pedal.
Just never you mind. You just put that gas in that carburetor.
Squirt, squirt.
She's not completely useless. Good job. Hit him again!
He can grace his head with the bullet.
She's not very good with a gun. Smart woman! You finally kicked off those damn shoes!
Don't want to run in heels.
No, you fucking don't! Not if it's for your life.
Especially if a T-Rex is chasing you. Like in Jurassic World. He's shooting blind.
He'll never see again. Just shot Judy.
Yep.
Oh, Judy!
That's the time. Go after him. Or light a match.
I'd light a match, personally. There's some good athleticism, don't you there, son?
He's a fit man.
I know you're hiding. I'll find you. Find you. I'll kill you. Ah!
You know you're visible through chicken wire, lady, right?
Yeah, just pick something up.
That's a good weapon.
Mm-hmm. Sturdy. Solid.
Been used in murders before.
gotta get close.
Did you check behind you? Nice head ornament.
Dodge. Who's he gonna find first?
The girl. Sweetie.
It's a hand. Oh.
Ah, there's the owner's the house.
Mm-hmm. That just gave you away, though.
I can see you, baby.
Yeah, but he's not looking at him.
Run!
You gave yourself away.
No, that's her perfect guy. Doris, run! So what does she do? Stays put.
Oh, she's running now.
Just keep going, honey. She's got a good chance. Don't go where you don't have any cover.
I know where he is.
This way.
Gotta wait till you get behind him.
You have to get behind him. You gotta wait so you can hit his hand.
Mirror.
Did you lose your weapon?
Rush him.
Gun jammed!
Where's that bullets?
He didn't shoot them in his hands.
Copy them. No more bullets. He had opportunities.
He had potential. Now, if the kid was smart, he'd just take the car and go. But he's not smart, so he's gonna go after the girl.
Almost getting in the car.
To go after the girl. Because he's stupid. Baby girl, you gotta keep going.
Ain't your friend.
Why would you stay back and see? You could have hidden in some brush and turned around and doubled back. Taken one of those police motorcycles and gotten the fuck out of there.
Panic running. Think she'll get away?
No.
No?
What was she a teacher of again?
I don't know.
There go the Dodgers out of our field.
Car step.
Robinson at right, Bowes left, Coleman at first. Edwards catching. Then Bob Turkey, 15 and 1 pitch.
Still got the knife.
The Dodgers, Wills at short. Zimmer on third.
Go! Just keep running. Nobody's there. You're still visible. You think the snake is gonna come back?
Could be. Just gotta get away somehow. Otherwise, it's gonna be a downer of an ending.
Well, never said it had a happy ending. It's a horror movie, some don't. You're visible. Top of your head is visible, baby. He saw her.
He knows.
You really think you can outrun him with those feet right now, baby? What are you gonna do?
Adrenaline.
He's got more strength. I told you the snake was coming back! That is a rattlesnake, son. You are fucking done for!
Yep, got him.
Oh, shit.
It's a pit.
Honey, you got one bite. They're gonna kill you. Yeah, you deserve that. I'll help you. Your boots aren't good enough.
Fell in the snake pit. Yes, the knife.
Get to the car, baby. Come on, you can do it. That many snake bites. You are not living, bro. Just get to the car. Go.
Think he got.
Don't tell me you feel pity for him. Get the fuck out of there.
Perky set again. Guess the sign. Wind up once more. Ball low, outside. A curveball just missed the outside corner. Barely took it. Ball one strike, one fairway. Say incidentally, there are lots of good seats here for you fans who enjoy the Dodgers and the Red Lakes. If you're close by, won't you come on down? You'll enjoy it here at Dodger Stadium. A gorgeous day, shirt sleeve crowd, everybody having a wonderful time. Okay, we're set to go. The bases loaded, bottom of the first inning. Ron fairly up there. Perky, the great pitcher of the Red Lakes, set to go. He faces him. He has his sign. There's the windup. The pitch. Fairly belts it. Oh, what a smash. Frank Robinson is on his bicycle. He's going back. He turns and races toward the wall. Back he goes. Oh, it's a home run.
Amen.
Why are you leaving the car, though?
She's got a nice rear, though. And she's safe now.
Except that she's, out in the desert.
The end. She fought in the cop motorcycle.
Yeah, let's hope.
The end.
Well, wasn't that fun? Where are the credits? It's not the end until there's no credits.
No credits. One of those old films. All credits at the beginning. Alright, so that was the Sadist. What are our thoughts on this one?
What a shitty human being.
Well, it says the Sadist. He's a sadist.
I know,
Sadist.
But also, people's sense of survival back then.
At least in the movie.
You gotta have some kind of fight to you.
Mm-hmm.
It just, makes me glad I grew up in the time I did and not in the time where women were... They were a product of their period and they were not taught to fight.
Most likely, no. They were taught to be good housewives at that time period. From the perception of it.
No, couldn't do it. I would have been bull rushing that guy. And if I died, I died, but fuck, at least I went out fighting as opposed to on my knees.
Yeah, that one guy I went to was on his knees, so that was me like, no, fuck this. I'm gonna die, at least trying not to die.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. It takes me through all the... So, last year in Florida, we found out that you can contact the FBI and they will come do free active shooter training. Right?
Okay.
Which was great. And the command team got to go to it as well as the security staff. And I'm very happy because they brought up some very interesting points of what if you're the good guy with the gun? But anyway, one of the things... By the way, there is no good guy with a gun to the SWAT team. If they see a gun and you don't put it down immediately, they will shoot you. Just so anybody knows.
Pretty much.
They will shoot you. But there was a scenario where these people were being held hostage by a bank robber, and they all just laid down on the floor, and he shot them one by one. None of them tried to get up and move. And they're like, there are things that you can do to take a weapon away from somebody. There are things that you can do to keep a weapon from firing if you can keep your hand there. Like if you run into somebody who has an AK or anything like that, if you can put your hand where the slide is, you can jam the gun. You put your hand on the muzzle, you can direct it. You don't want to do that if you can avoid it though, because that gets really fucking hot. And it will burn and jack your hand up. But better have a jacked up hand than be dead. So,
yeah.
If you can pull that off, bravo to you and fucking deserve a Medal of Honor. But I would have been jamming that gun with anything I could. I would have been throwing anything at that guy. Sand in his face. There was so much dust and sand around. Literally, just pick up a couple handfuls of it and throw it at his eyes. You didn't need the gasoline. There are so many ways they could have gotten out of that. They had so many fucking things they could have thrown at him from the other side of the damn vehicle that they could have wasted all his ammo.
Well, eventually he did run out of ammo, but after that point, nah, it was just...
I would have been grabbing
alive.
my people, ducking around the other side, and throwing tools at him. Throwing car parts, throwing rocks. Anything till he ran out of ammo or came around that thing and you could get in within arm's reach. Because if you can get within arm's reach, you can at least attempt to direct that gun.
Yeah.
And with 3 against 2, if the girl distracted the other girl, you're fucking done. Come on, I know they're teachers, but you gotta have some fucking willpower to survive. Just,
Yeah. But for the scenario we saw, they were not familiar with being in those situations, so they don't know how to act.
And talk about, like, the actor being a crazy fucking human being. Like, what like, he should have gotten an award for that. I know it wasn't a very high-end, high-budget movie, but he played the fucking crazy-ass psychopath well.
Yeah, he was pretty good. Yeah, maybe a little over top here or there, but it was still engaging, and he did his part very well. Yeah, like I said, when I first watched this, I'm like, you know what, this is not that bad of a movie. What is this movie? And I'm like, okay, so it's from 1963. Horror movies at this time were not really too intense. It wasn't until the 70s when they really were like, okay, fuck it, let's do whatever. Like, Psycho was just 2 years prior to this, and that was groundbreaking in what it did for its time. Much better than this, still. Like, it's Psycho. But this, I think it's one of the best horror movies from the 60s that I've seen. Rosemary's Baby was like 68 or so. That's also another good one. Night of the Living Dead, I think that was also 68. But this one, I'm like, shit, I'd rank that up there in the top 10 from what I know of. Don't know a whole lot in the 60s because it was still a bit limited and you didn't get the real classics until the 70s. But just watching this, I'm like, you know what? This is really good filmmaking. And I like the fact that it's told all in real time. Like the 90 minutes in the movie, it's 90 minutes in their time
You're
as
not
well.
like cutting to different...
No
it's
different
been
scene.
3 hours later.
Yeah,
or
nothing like
whatever.
that. It's just straight up. All
Goes
in
to
real
show
time.
you how much an hour and a half can change your whole fucking life, though.
Yeah, you can.
You know?
Like an intense hour and a half. Yeah. Never before a motion picture rampaged with suspense, terror, sudden shock as the Sadist. Ooh, yes. But I think I remember something mentioned in the trivia, like Joe Dante. He was director of Gremlins, The Burbs, like anything with Hector Dick Miller in it. He's done Eerie, Indiana. He was the co-creator of that one. But yeah, you mentioned that this is one of the films he really liked. And I agree with that. This is a really good film, and it should be known more, I feel, because I never knew about this until I just randomly saw it on cable movie TV the other night through October, and I'm like, you know what? This is good. People should know more about it.
Yeah. And on top of that, the killer guy wasn't stupid. Like, a lot of times you see this, the killer guy is stupid. He actually had some brain cells.
Some.
I'm not going to say a lot. But he had some brain cells. He paid attention. He noticed patterns and trends and...
Still had an arrogance about him, because
well,
just like...
of course, he's a psychopath.
Like, I have the gun, I got all the power. Take the gun away.
Definitely makes you
melt.
wonder what would happen if he took the gun away from him and somebody else had the power over him. Not just like the situation where
I think he turned into a little bitch.
Him into... Yeah. I think he would too. I do also like that he didn't abuse the girl. Judy. Like, his girl, he treated like...
Yeah. There's a... I think this is based upon... there's a killer, Starkweather, who's also mentioned in The Frighteners as well. And that also has inspiration between that. And that killer and, like, his girl or whatnot also inspired a few other movies. Like, I think they're called The Badlands and Natural Born Killers, which I've seen before, which is also a good one. But it's that duo of the man and the woman, female just murderers or whatnot, just having a good time killing. It's a real life story that had inspiration because, you know, some of the best movies of killers and murders are based off real life people, like Ed Gein, Texas Chainsaw, Silence of the Lambs, Psycho. All have that Ed Gein inspiration one way or another. And the Starkweather killer, I think it's Charles Starkweather, he has inspiration for a few of his movies, and this was one of them. And that's the thing about when you have that true crime feel of real life killer. You can craft a good story around that because it makes it a bit more real and believable. Because you can see this actually happening.
I just find it unusual that he was actually... Like, it wasn't Harley and Joker where the girl was just there out of fear. It was... No, she actually wanted to be there. And she was actually in it completely gung-ho, and he was completely happy with her, because you could see how he was nice to her, he was kind to her. You know, it was just weird.
Yeah, like a Spike Drusilla type of thing.
Yes, but Drusilla was way more
Well, she was crazy.
than Judy was, I think. Because Drusilla, even at her craziest, could have killed that chick.
Yeah, but it's got the dynamic of, we lovey-dovey with each other, but we're psychotic and we'll kill anybody else.
And I like that they actually gave that loyalty to the killer. Because it really shows the class difference of people that are raised in situations that aren't fair to them, and they're just like, well, we're going to change our situation in the worst way possible. But you can see why they are the way they are, because of how they grew up and who taught them right from wrong and who didn't. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a unique story.
Yeah.
I like it. And you're right, it does need to have more visibility.
Yeah, it's like if I was doing The Last Drive-In, if I was the host, this would be one of the movies I would do.
I am surprised he hasn't done this yet, because this is right up his alley.
Yeah, especially if this is like actually public domain, if I'm actually right about that, which I believe I am, then they could show that whenever they want, on whatever platform they want. So, no royalties to be paid or anything like that. And when you can find a good public domain movie, I think that's something that you should definitely show more people. Because you're free to show anyone that for the full movie. So, it's part of why I wanted to do this one, too. Because I'm like, you know what, more people should see this. And also, I like the fact the ending, especially like around this time, back in old Hollywood days, like the one guy, he would be like, I will save the day, and I'll save you, and it'll be us together at the end. No, he fucking died. They killed him, and then eventually it's just her. So she's got very much final girl status by the end of this, where she's the only one left alive.
Congratulations, this is one of our very first final girls.
Yeah, when you look at it.
It's not Laurie Strode.
Yeah, because think about back in the day. Back in those movies, what's the first instance of you can think of where, okay, there's suspense and there's the horror of like a killer chasing down you as a sole survivor, and you're a girl, the female, that final girl. What's the earliest movie you can think of that scenario? And this is 1963. Psycho, that was not it. They killed her. And then it was
they did not have a final girl.
There was a story about Norman. At the end, you have her sister coming up, but then she also had her
sister's
the other guy, boyfriend with him. So that didn't really fit the mold of the usual trope of one killer kills everyone, one person survives to the end. Yeah, so...
And you can't count Last House on the Left because...
That was the 70s.
Right.
Yeah, and
but it happened before Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, and there was no girls that survived in that. It was the parents that had...
It really
that was
would
revenge.
have to be Texas Chainsaw Massacre. After this, would have to be Texas Chainsaw Massacre for your first final girl.
It might have been Black Christmas. Wait, what are the dates on that?
Or Black Christmas,
yeah.
But Black Christmas didn't fully survive, that we know of.
Well, she was still alive at the end, but it was always iffy of, oh no, he's there, maybe he'll go kill her now. It was an ambiguous ending.
You know he was gonna go kill her now. We all know he was gonna go kill her now. He's a fucking psychopath.
Black Christmas was 74. Texas Chainsaw Massacre was also 74, so they're both 74.
But those are still, like, after this, those are the first two that are the earliest I can think of, because after Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it's Halloween.
Which was 78. Yeah, there might have been some movies in between there, but those are the big ones. Those are the famous movies.
Because after Laurie Strode, you had Nancy.
That was 84, yep.
Because it wasn't until the 90s that we had Sydney.
And you have Kirsty and Hellraiser in 87. Like, the big franchises we all know them. But there are other movies sprinkled here and there where the trope is established and somebody surviving to the end. That's happened before. But when you try to think of the very first instance that fits that pattern, 63 for this movie, it fits it pretty well. And I'm hard-pressed to think of one before that, because the 50s were a lot more like science fiction-y, or like big giant monster type of science fiction horror. And then the Universal horror films with the monsters.
I don't really feel like you had a final girl in any of those.
And like you may have had a female love interest survive to the end, but it's not like, oh, this is one killer chasing and killing everybody else and then you. They don't really fit that mold. Maybe Peeping Tom. I've heard of that as like a 61 film that was before Psycho that had like a killer POV, but I haven't seen that one yet, but I've heard of it. That was one of the trivia answers in, I think, Scream 4, when the killer was asking, what's the first movie, like first slasher movie, whatnot, and she was like Psycho, and I was like, no, it's Peeping Tom. Let's look that up. Yes. So, Peeping Tom movie was 1960. So, that's
Google actually puts it to 1974's Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
What's it say? The final girl horror movie trope began far earlier. To portray Sally as a sole survivor who escapes her killers. Who was the first horror movie final girl actually was? Pop that on. I want to see what Screen Rant has to say about this shit.
I don't want your fucking ads, bitch.
Fucking hate ads on mobile.
Okay.
Okay. Slow
down. Hang on.
What does the internet tell us?
It's being stupid. Just chill.
I know. I'm letting our audience is waiting with anticipation.
Say it.
Patient.
Now shut up.
Okay. What's this say?
Stop it, or I cannot speak.
What's it say?
I will fucking bite you. That's what it says.
Okay.
Who the first horror movie final girl actually was. The final girl trope's origins can be traced back to many horror movies, but one among them was the first to give it the identity it holds today. The final girl movie trope has been around for a long time, which makes it hard not to wonder where it started. On the surface, the final girl trope can simply define the only surviving female character in a slasher movie.
Would this be a slasher movie?
I don't think this would be a slasher movie. It's a little more true crime.
A little more.
I don't think you can put that in a slasher movie either. Nightmare on Elm Street wasn't a slasher movie.
It still counts. It's a killer slashing his victims, but in dream form.
I still don't think that counts as a slasher.
Slasher, I feel, can have some leeway. Because there are slashers that aren't really slashing. They're killing you in multiple ways. Yeah. And he is killing people throughout the movie. It's more than just...
Massacre was definitely a slasher.
This is more than just a slasher. It's got that psychological thriller aspect to it. But at the same time, that's the people that say, oh, Silence of the Lambs isn't a real horror movie. I'm like, no, this is still horror, you know? That's
Silence
horror.
Silence of the Lambs is true crime. That counts as horror.
Yeah.
You have a guy that literally eats people. Come on. And you have another guy who's literally peeling off skin to make himself a woman suit. Whatever. On the surface, the final girl trope can simply define the only surviving female character in a slasher movie who ultimately dukes it out with the central serial killer. However, a deeper examination of the trope, its origins, and developments over the years make its definition significantly more complex. While the final girl fundamentally is still the last woman standing at the end of a slasher,
no, sir.
It is the little nuances in her characterization and storyline that can either add more heft to the trope or subvert it. For instance, in some of the early depictions of the trope, the final girl was usually a misfit who abstained from sex, alcohol, tobacco, and drugs, which our girl definitely did all those because
she's a teacher.
She was a prude.
She's a teacher. They're nice.
Movies, not always. Most of the time. And most of the time they're just hassled and, need more help than they're getting and, yeah. Anyway. Movies portraying an iteration of the trope would also drop subtle clues throughout their runtimes to highlight how the final girl always stays ahead of the curve in intelligence and is the first to spot danger. Owing to common stereotypes in storytelling, the final girl was usually a brunette, contrasting the appearance of the promiscuous blonde who dies first.
You're the dumb blonde with the big tits who runs upstairs when she's running out the front door. It's insulting.
It's very insulting, especially when you grew up a blonde. And you weren't that stupid. And I did. And I wasn't.
Now I'm the blonde.
Yes.
I'm the dumb blonde with the big tits.
My rack is still better than yours, thank you.
Okay, I won't contest that, yeah.
No. Movies portraying an iteration of the trope would also drop subtle clues throughout their runtimes to highlight how the final girl always stays ahead of the curve in intelligence and is the first to spot danger. Owing to common stereotypes in storytelling, the final girl was usually a brunette, contrasting the appearance of the promiscuous blonde who dies first. Fortunately, many recent movies have subverted these stereotypes, redefining what they used to be when they first appeared on the big screen, which they did, especially in Freaky. And who the fuck asked you?
I think you subtly tapped it.
I didn't. It scrolled down, bitch. Okay. Black Christmas had the first proper horror movie final girl.
So it's saying Black Christmas.
I guess because this is also... While many movies in the early 70s dabbled with the final girl trope by portraying how their female lead survived all the way to the end, Black Christmas was the first to revolutionize the concept by presenting it in a groundbreaking way. Instead of being the typical damsel in distress who eventually gets saved by someone else or sacrifices herself for the greater good, Black Christmas protagonist Jess, portrayed by Olivia Hussey,
Yeah, I think it's Hussey.
is a multi-layered character who uses her wit and strong will to overcome all odds and overpower the serial killer.
So this is saying Black Christmas was first, essentially. Okay.
However, John Carpenter's Halloween, premiered 4 years after Black Christmas, also deserves some credit for wholly realizing and popularizing the final girl trope. Halloween's final girl, Jamie Lee Curtis, Laurie Strode, who ticks all the boxes defining the trope. She is not only morally upright, but is also resourceful enough to stand her ground in a one-on-one showdown against Michael Myers.
I'll give it that, because in this one she never actually did
She didn't
any
really
physical.
fight him. She just kept running and then got lucky.
She outran him, and he fell in the pit of snakes.
So she was a survivor in the sense of she just kept fucking going and didn't give in.
Mm-hmm. And she was the only one ultimately left alive. Okay. So, probably not in the purest form of Final Girl slasher, but it's getting there.
I dare to say it still should count.
Yeah, it's like the setup. Like, this is like, okay, this feels familiar when you watch it. Like, you feel like this is horror, and oh, she's left alive, and the killer's chasing her, and then she comes out on top. It fits that trope there. It's just the details that are different that we later firmly established with the movies that are mentioned in that article. So
yeah, with the movies that are mentioned in the article, this
is a stepping stone.
It's a little more like that the girls turned into Home Alone, as opposed to
especially Nancy.
Especially Nancy?
Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street.
How did she set up? Oh, well, I guess she kind of did set up traps.
Yeah, turned into Home Alone. She's setting all those traps.
Yeah, she did.
Yep.
Yeah, see, I went to Laurie Strode.
You're thinking of the latest Halloween.
No, I'm not. I'm
She didn't set up traps in the original Halloween.
She didn't set up traps, but she definitely did things like
She
hid
fought
the
back.
kids in the closet. She fought back. She thought about how to get away from him. She was resourceful.
Kept dropping the knife, though.
Yeah. There's that. Never drop your knife. Or if you do, have a backup. Like, when you go to the kitchen to get yourself something to defend yourself with, grab more than one.
Dual wield.
Or just have a few stuck in your belt. Because in the 70s, everybody wore a fucking belt.
Dual wield. Dual wield.
Just like that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We have swords in this house. We don't have to worry about that. They might be combat grade and they might not be sharp, but bitch, I can knock you out with it. Anyway, yeah. Oh no, I think this was a good movie and a good one to watch, especially if you were trying to show people how not to handle somebody with a gun.
Yeah.
Like, to a point, you want to do everything they say, but there's a point in time where you know if they're going to just kill you anyway, that you should try and go down fighting. And I think this would be a good learning movie for people to see how to overcome those obstacles and how to, like, point out situations where you could be like, this. You can do this here.
Yeah, it's a movie that makes you think, what would I do in this scenario, in this situation? And now this situation, what would I do? It gives you those thoughts.
I wouldn't have let him shoot my friend.
Yep.
While he was drinking, I would have bull rushed him.
And that's what you would do.
It is.
Yeah. And that's what movies are for. We like to see people in situations and be like, that ain't real. I'd do this instead. Especially
or slam
nowadays.
The fucking hood down on his goddamn
At that point, yeah, that was so simple.
So simple and so easy. But the gas in the eye, like literally gas eye. Whew, all you need. Done. Papa. You win.
Mm-hmm.
You get all the things. Although I do appreciate very much because she did so I will say one thing. She didn't fight the guy. But she fought the girl.
She knew she'd have a better chance.
So she did fight what she thought she was capable of handling, and that's, you know, I'm going to argue that she belongs in the final girl status because she fought at least one of the killers. Because, you know, whether or not she actually killed anybody in the movie or not, you can't say Judy's not a killer.
God, I would love to hear Joe Bob's opinion on this.
Mm-hmm.
If he's seen this. Like,
I'm sure he has.
I mean, he's seen everything, I think, but even I'm like, I haven't seen everything. When people are like, you haven't seen this? I'm like, so nobody's really seen everything. But he's seen a lot. And if he hasn't seen it, I'd want him to see this. And I want him to do it. Just because I want to hear him talk about this. So he can talk about what we've talked about. Trying to dig in, like, who was the first final girl? Like, that's the question. And, you know, popular opinion's going to be like, oh, yeah, like, oh, Black Christmas and all that. Because technically it's the slasher.
The girl who survived Texas Chainsaw Massacre should be counted. She didn't fight back, but when you have 3 large dudes...
She was the last survivor of the group, friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 large dudes coming at you. What the fuck are you supposed to fight back? I would have had trouble fighting back against it.
She ran.
And that is what she should have done in that situation,
yeah.
Because she really had no ability to fight back, especially against Leatherface himself. Like, maybe against the skinny white dude who has the knife fetish. The hitchhiker. Maybe against the barbecue man.
The cook. I play the game. He's the cook.
Regardless, the dad. Maybe she could have fought back against those 2 because they were fucking stupid. Especially Dad, who was never really into cutting.
Bubba's pretty big and capable.
Pretty big, pretty capable, and pretty big chainsaw. I would have run from him too. And I'm the kind that will fight. I'd have run like hell from that. I'd have found the road, I'd have stayed parallel to the road, and I would have run straight for it and then kept going on the road. Because what are they gonna do? Hunt me down in a car? With a chainsaw? Good luck.
Well, we don't know until you're in this situation.
Well,
but
first of all, I'd never walk into somebody's house with the door open. No, wouldn't happen. Secondly, I wouldn't go into the middle of nowhere in Texas. I wouldn't do it anywhere.
Especially
not in a southern state, no. There are too many people that believe in their right to defend their home. Somebody walking into it, I don't want to get shot.
It's okay to have, but, you know.
I mean, yeah, it is, but there are a lot of folks that don't take a minute to realize whether or not somebody's armed or not first.
Of course, they were yelling, hello! You think you call back. What do you want? No.
You'd think, but the people in Texas Chainsaw Massacre definitely had something wrong with them, and it's probably to do with the fact that their family has been eating human flesh for years.
They have a certain taste, you know?
That's great, but I bet you that there's bacteria in human beings that gets in the brain.
Only if you eat their brains, then you can have issues.
Not necessarily. It could be anything. You don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, this movie, I like that she wasn't completely helpless. But you can definitely see the traditional stereotype of, oh, that's a man, I can't strike back against that. But where she could fight against, she did, and I have to appreciate that for that.
It's still an early 60s movie, and movies were still trying to progress to the modern times at that point. That was a big transition decade for movies, because you still have the haze scare at the beginning, but it's starting to get lighter, and then bam, and then in the 60s, fuck it. And you get the MPAA rating system, so now you're able to do more intense stuff, which is why the 70s had a big ass boom when it came to horror, especially. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah. So this was The Sadist, wonderful film from 1963. I just randomly watched it one night on Marie's channel on cable because I still have it, and sometimes I'm just like, I'll just throw something on, and then I was like, no, what? This is not that bad, and it had my attention. I'm like, shit. I looked it up. I'm like, this is public domain. I could show this to you, and I don't have to edit it, which I always love. So, yeah, great movie. I recommend it. If you skipped watching it and just wanted to see our review about it, it's all free on YouTube. Just search it, and there's multiple uploads I found. Find one of those, watch it in full, and you will not waste your time. It's not a time waster.
No.
It is entertaining, and it is worth a watch.
It's good.
Very good. And hopefully one day I can see Joe Bob's opinion on this. Because
that would
be great.
be really cool. I would love to see his opinion on the first Final Girl, if nothing else.
Mm-hmm. So maybe you can tell us what your opinion is on that. I'd love to hear that as well.
Yes, please, and thank you.
All right, so yeah, thank you for watching this with us. We do have, if you want to support our channel, a Patreon, where you can lend a little money, all that fun stuff. We give you... can't do that. Hey, that's fine. We got the YouTube channel. Give us a like, a comment, anything.
We appreciate anything, even if you just watch it. It sounds great.
Yeah, so, and if you subscribe, you'll be able to see us post a new video at least every Tuesday. Occasional Friday, but mostly every Tuesday, you will get a new video from us watching whatever. All right? So, until the next video, whenever that is, thank you for watching.
And stay spooky. Because we all know, spooky season is not just a month, it is a lifestyle.
It's a being. Yes. Okay, bye.